Welcome back, children. In the previous video, we did 15 MCQs on this topic. So let's start with the other 15. Question 16. While electroplating of copper, which liquid is added to make the copper sulfate solution more conducting? More conducting means so that it conducts electricity more. So here we add a few drops of dilute sulfuric acid to copper sulfate solution to make it more conducting. So option A, sulfuric acid is the right answer. Then question 17, four students perform the below shown activity with different liquids. Which student will observe deflection in magnetic compass? So there is a figure given in which this is a matchbox in which magnetic compass is there. So here we have to see that which student will observe the deflection in this compass. Deflection means when the current will go through this circuit, then this magnetic needle will move a little bit. So Umesh, who has a lemon juice, Ashok, vinegar, Stinder has milk. So we see that most of the liquids that conduct electricity are solutions of acid, bases, and salts. We have done this earlier. This is because the solutions of acid, bases, or salts they have charged particles. We call them ions, which conduct electricity through these solutions. So here, lemon juice we see these. It is an acid. It has free ions. Vinegar. It also is an acid and has free ions, which can conduct electricity. Whereas if we see the milk, it doesn't has free electron ions and it is a poor conductor of electricity. So here both Umesh and Ashok having lemon juice and vinegar, they will show the observe the deflection in the magnetic compass. So option D is the right answer. Question 18. Out of below given options, which is the use of magnetic effect of current? So electroplating we have done that it is a process of depositing a thin layer of the desired metal over another metal with the help of electric current. And electric iron we know it shows the heating effect of electric current. Electric bulb it also shows the heating effect of electric current. So electric bell it works on the magnetic effect of the electric current. So yes, the electric bell works on the magnetic effect of current. But it has an electromagnet in it. The electric bell uses an electromagnet to pull that hammer it has in it to strike the gong so that it can produce a sound. So electromagnet is used, therefore it works on the magnetic effect of current. In question 19, which one is image of LED among the given images? So here you can see that this one at the number one position is a CFL means compact fluorescent lamp. It is energy saving light. And the second one it is a bulb with a typical tungsten filament in it. The fourth one it is a tube light. So option 3 LED is this one. So it has two wires, the one wire that is slightly longer than the other, and the longer lead or wire is always connected to the positive terminal of the battery, and the shorter one it is connected to the negative terminal of the battery. So option C, that is 3, is the right answer. Question 20. Rajesh's father brought a LED from market. Rajesh noted that one wire of LED is long and another is short. The long wire is connected to which terminal of battery? So LED, as you know, is the light emitting diode. We have discussed this in the previous video also. So LED it is a semiconductor device which glows even when a weak current, very weak current passes through it. And there are two wires attached to an LED. One lead is slightly longer, lead or wire that is slightly longer than the other, while the connecting LED in the circuit, the longer lead is always connected to the positive terminal of the battery and the shorter one is connected to the negative terminal of the battery. So here the question is long wire is connected to which terminal? So it is connected to the positive terminal of the battery. So option A is the right answer. Then question 21. Pari's father told her that air is bad conductor of electricity, but Pari has seen the lightning moving toward ground very fast in rainy season. even though it was not raining at that time. What is the reason for this? So the options are due to low temperature, due to more humidity in air, due to high wind speed, all of the above. So option B, due to more humidity in air, means there is more moisture content in the air. So option B is the right answer. Question 22. Manish wants to store cooked food at home. He has containers available as given below. Which container he must use? Children, here three substances are given, out of which the container should be made iron, copper, and tin. So iron and copper, we know they are very, very reactive metals, and they react with the acids of the food, and they may cause illness and may also spoil the food. Whereas tin, it, it doesn't corrode and it is non-poisonous as compared to these two metals, iron and copper. So tin is doesn't corrode easily, and it is a non-poisonous also. So that's why tin means the tin container. Option C is the right answer for this. It should be used as a container to store food. Question 23. Some articles example some parts of cars, taps, and gas burners have plating of chromium on them. Among the given statements, which is not correct for chromium? So, chromium has shine. Yes, it has a shiny appearance. This is the right. Second, chromium does not corrode. This one is also right because it doesn't rust easily, it doesn't corrode. Third option, it is very cheap. No, chromium is not a cheap metal. It is, however, quite expensive and has it is not economical to make whole object out of chromium. So the object is made of a cheaper metal like iron, steel, and only a thin coating of chromium metal is deposited all over its surface by electroplating. And this electroplating, this type of electroplating, that is called chromium plating. So after chromium plating, it looks as if the whole iron or object is made of chromium metal. So it indeed is an expensive metal. So this option, that is the third one, it is not correct for chromium because we have here to find the which is the statement which is not correct for chromium. So this statement is not correct for chromium. It is not cheap. It is an expensive metal. So option C 3. It is the right answer. This is the incorrect statement. Question 24. Which object can be used instead of iron nail in given circuit so that flow of current remain uninterrupted? So children, here to remain the flow of current to be uninterrupted, here another substitute for the nail is required, and nail is a good conductor of electricity. So here we have to find amongst the options the one which is a good conductor of electricity. Here we can see plastic, wool, plastic, wood, and rubber. The these three are the insulators, and graphite is the only, although it is a non-metal, but it is a good conductor of electricity, and moreover it can replace the this iron. So if we remove this nail, so we can put the graphite here, and graphite you have in your pencil box in the form of lead of your pencils. So you can just replace this nail with graphite, so the circuit would be complete and this bulb will glow. So that will make the current to pass through this circuit uninterrupted. Question 25. Which statement is incorrect regarding electroplating? First, electroplating is the process of plating one metal on another metal. Yes, this is right. It is helpful in disposal of industrial chemicals. No, it is not at all helpful in disposal of the industrial chemicals because electroplating causes pollution. It discharges toxic materials and heavy metals through wastewaters into the water bodies. So it is a major pollution causing agent. So this statement, the statement 2, this is right. It is not help. It is wrong. It is not helpful in disposal of industrial chemicals. So this is incorrect about electroplating. So option B, that is answer 2, is the right answer for question 25. Then question 26. Today, teacher asked four students to bring magnetic compass from science lab. Students brought the devices according to table given below. Which student brought the right device? So here we can see that Amanjot brought a device which has A written on it. So here A stands for ammeter. What is an ammeter? An ammeter is a measuring instrument used to measure the current in a circuit. So this is not a magnetic compass. Then we see what Rohit has brought from the science lab. Yes, it's voltmeter because here you can see the symbol V. So V shows that it is a voltmeter. So children, this voltmeter is an instrument used for measuring the electrical potential difference between 2 points in an electric circuit. So it is also not a magnetic compass. Then we see this, what Gagandeep has brought. This is a shape of a horseshoe shaped magnet. And what Mira has brought is a magnetic compass. We can see the four directions in it, and there are four more, in fact, eight. One, two, three, north, east, west, and in between north, east, south, east, northwest. These are there, and we can see this magnetic needle also. So this is a magnetic compass. So who got the right device? Mira, which is option C, is the right answer for this question 26. Question 27. A tester is used to check the conductance of two liquids. Conductance, what is conductance? It is a property of the materials to pass electric current through them. It is found that the bulb of the tester glows brightly for liquid A while it glows very dimly for liquid B. You would conclude that. So as the bulb in the tester liquid A glows brightly, so that means liquid A, which could be an acid, is a very good conductor of electricity. And the liquid in liquid B, the bulb glows very dimly. Maybe it may be vinegar or lemon, maybe there. So the bulb, as the bulb glows dimly, means it is not a very good conductor of electricity. So here we can conclude that liquid A is better conductor than liquid B. So option A is the right answer for question number 27. Then moving on to question 28. In the below given activity, two carbon rods from two, here it is rods, from two waste dry cells are connected with battery and then dipped in a bowl containing water. After some time, bubbles of gases appeared around carbon rods. These bubbles are of which gases? So here we know that electrolysis or decomposition of water is taking place, and as water is made up of two elements, hydrogen and oxygen, so the bubbles of must be of the gases hydrogen and oxygen, of which water is composed. So B option, oxygen and hydrogen, is the right answer. In question number 29, Prem is having electric fittings in his house. Someone advised to use LEDs in place of ordinary bulb. LED, light emitting diodes, as we have done earlier also in many questions. So LED is better than ordinary bulb because we know LED consumes less energy. Yes, this is right. LED is also lightweight. Yes, this is also right. LEDs are being used nowadays for this feature. LED is long lasting. Yes, its life is more. So option B, all of the above, is the right answer. Option B, all of the above, is the right answer because all the options A, B, and C are correct. So all of the above is the right answer. Then question 30. Among the substances given below, which is not a good conductor of electricity? Aluminium, mercury, graphite, distilled water. While we know that aluminium and mercury are metals, so metals are good conductors of electricity. And here graphite, however, it is a non-metal, but it is also a good conductor of electricity. We have seen in the pencil lead also that it is conducting in the previous question also, where we replaced nail with graphite. So distilled water, we know there are no free ions in a distilled water. It is pure water, so it will not conduct as good in electricity as it would have done in tap water or salt water or sea water, because there they had the ions also. But here distilled water is devoid of ions. It doesn't have ions, so it is not a good conductor of electricity. So option D is the right answer for question number 30. So children, that's all for the MCQs of chapter 14, chemical effects of electric current. See you in the next video with some more MCQs on another topic. Till then, take care. Thank you.